Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. So, guys, Merry Christmas. We are, at the time of you guys watching this video, we are about 12 days away from Christmas. I can't believe it's pretty much already here. So, it's hence the Santa hat. And then it is Friday the 13th at the time of recording this. So, I got to represent wear the Friday the 13th shirt. But anyways, guys, today's video we're going to be doing is something similar to what I did for October. I did the 13 Nights of Halloween watch list. So if you guys wanted to watch that with me, you were able to. Well, for Christmas, I'm going to be doing the 12 days of Christmas. And so leading up to Christmas, 12 days, I have a list of 12 movies that I'm going to be talking about. Technically, I have 13. So there's one that you could throw in whenever you want to watch 2 movies in one day for that. Of course, I do have more Christmas movies that I have already watched and I plan to watch, but these are the main 12 that I want to watch for my 12 days of Christmas. Guys, if you enjoy this video, definitely go down below and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification. Let's get started. All right, guys, so I have my notes right here, my list of the technically 13 movies for the 12 days of Christmas, but unfortunately, I don't have all of these on physical media. So for those, I'm just going to put up a little picture right here of whichever movie, but the ones I actually do own, of course, I'm going to be showing you guys. As I stated, we do have 13. So number 13, we've got to talk about The Polar Express. That's a classic movie for me, guys. Tom Hanks. It's an early animation. It was during that time when they were really trying to push movies, CGI movies, and characters to look like real life, but they didn't do a good job at it. There was something very uncanny about it. But nonetheless, absolutely love the movie. Tom Hanks does a killer job in that movie, plays a whole bunch of roles. It's a classic. I watch it every year, but we've got number 13, The Polar Express. All right, guys, number 12. This one I don't hear a lot talked about, to be honest with you. I watched this as a kid. I still watch it every year. Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's the movie with Turbo Man. You've got Jingle All The Way. Such a fun, classic movie. You've got Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's playing the dad, and he's a workaholic in this movie. And the movie is on Christmas Eve trying to go out and find this Turbo Man doll action figure for his son that he promised to get him for Christmas. And he definitely gets into different predicaments. Sinbad is in the movie. You also have a young Anakin Skywalker in this movie as well. Again, fun movie. Definitely check it out. Number 12, we have got Jingle All The Way. All right, guys, number 11. Now, this one could easily be a Thanksgiving movie too, but I always save it for Christmas time. It kind of goes for both, to be honest with you. But we've got Miracle on 34th Street. Classic movie. And the reason I say that it could be a Thanksgiving movie, the whole movie happens because a real Santa Claus ends up playing Santa and their version of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So that's the movie. Such a good movie, classic Christmas movie. We've got number 11, Miracle on 34th Street. All right, guys, number 10. Now, this one might ruffle some of your feathers. I know this is some of you guys' favorite movie, and it should be like number 1. I mean, I think on Christmas Day, this plays on repeat on cable TV. It's not my absolute favorite Christmas movie. I really do like it. It's my wife's favorite. But for number 10, we have got A Christmas Story. Ralphie, You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Red Ryder BB Gun. So many classic lines in this movie. Such a fun movie. A lot of these I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be saying they're fun movies because they all are fantastic movies. But there it is. We've got number 10, A Christmas Story. All right, guys, moving on to number 8. Now, this is one of my favorite franchises of Christmas movies. However, it's not my favorite out of the franchise. But of course, we're talking about Home Alone. Kevin McAllister left home on Christmas and has to defend his house from the Wet Bandits. In this one, they're the Wet Bandits. This is a fun movie. It's hilarious. I do prefer the second one, and that's a little spoiler and tease of what's to come. But anyways, guys, we got number 9, Home Alone. All right, guys, now moving on to number 8. Now, this one I don't actually have a physical copy of. I did order one. It's on its way, just not here yet. I picked up the Steelbook for it, the 4K, but we've got It's a Wonderful Life. This movie, I did not like it when I was younger. Maybe it was because it was black and white. I did not find it appealing. I couldn't stand it. My family watched it every year. But as I got older, it just became more and more of a favorite of mine, and it became a tradition I have to watch every year. But anyways, guys, we got number 8, It's a Wonderful Life. All right, guys, now we're going to move on to number 7. Now, this one's a classic movie. I was introduced to this movie as a very, very young child. This was actually my mom's favorite movie growing up, and of course, she introduced it to me at a very young age, and I've always loved this movie. But we've got 1984's The Night They Saved Christmas. You know, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this movie in particular, but I think it's a fantastic movie. And you guys ever get a chance to watch it and you haven't seen it, definitely do. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So we've got number 7, The Night They Saved Christmas. All right, guys, number 6. Now, this is another one, unfortunately, I do not have, but this one I actually had never seen until probably about 10 years ago. It was the first time I ever saw this movie. And what's funny is my father-in-law, it's one of his favorite Christmas movies. And I watched it and fell in love with it. And I still watch it every Christmas time to this day. But we've got, of course, A Muppets Christmas Carol. This is a hilarious movie. It's one of my favorites, and I absolutely love it. I mean, come on, you've got Michael Caine, the legendary Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge, and you could tell in that movie he's having such a good time in this movie. So I really, really enjoy this movie, and it was the first movie done by Jim Henson's son. Little fun fact for you. But anyways, guys, we got number 6, A Muppets Christmas Carol. All right, guys, now we're moving on to number 5, and this is the next movie in that franchise I talked about earlier. We have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Now, in my opinion, I think this is the far superior Home Alone. I was watching a video that Frank over at Frank's Media Review did, where he had his Tuesday Live that always does. They're talking about Christmas movies, and Ken over at Mid-Level Media talked about this movie and said, you know, to him, this movie just feels more Christmassy than the first one. I couldn't agree more. And I thought, yeah, you're right on the money with that, Ken. The New York, you know, Christmas in New York, that's so iconic. You've got Duncan's Toy Chest. You have got, you've got Rockefeller Center. You know, that's where his mom finds Kevin. He is at the Christmas tree over there on Rockefeller Center. Such an excellent movie. So the Wet Bandits, now you have the Sticky Bandits. And I think this movie is funnier. It's more Christmassy. It's just hilarious. Just a fun movie, a good time. You got to watch it every year. Number 5, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. All right, guys, moving on to number 4. This is unfortunately another one I don't have, but this, as you can tell, I like a lot of variations of the Christmas Carol story. And this one is no exception. This is a cartoon. And for number 4, we've got Mickey's Christmas Carol. You know, I grew up with this one as well. And this was one of my favorite Christmas carols. It's a classic to me. I love it. It's also Wayne Allwine, who did the voice of Mickey up until it's been probably 10 years or so ago, maybe a little longer, have passed away. Brett Ewan jumped in as the voice of Mickey, but this was actually Wayne Allwine's first time performing as Mickey Mouse. Just a little fun fact for you on that one. But anyways, guys, number 4, we've got a Mickey's Christmas Carol. All right, guys, now number 3. Now, this is another version of A Christmas Carol. This one's my absolute favorite. This was a made-for-TV one, and it premiered on the TNT network, but it's 1999's A Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart as Ebenezer Scrooge. I think this is the best one out there, in my opinion. Patrick Stewart absolutely kills it as Ebenezer Scrooge. It's very, very true to the novel, which I absolutely love. So every year, I got to watch that one. Number 3, we have 1999's A Christmas Carol. All right, guys. Now, number 2. You know, I couldn't make this list without this one. We have got the amazing, this is probably one of the most popular Christmas movies. It's a Disney movie, Tim Allen, The Santa Claus. Yes, this one, another classic movie. So many quotable lines. The best one of the series. The third one is just not that great. The second one's all right. This one is the one you want. This is such a fun movie. Every year, again, you got to watch it. Number 2, we've got The Santa Claus. All right, guys. Number 1. This is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. It's the funniest. I think it's one of the best Christmas movies ever made. But for number 1, we got to go with Christmas Vacation. The Griswolds Family Christmas. Such an iconic movie. Some of the funniest dialogue in this movie. I think Cousin Eddie, He's my favorite character. Some of the best. He's got the best lines in the movie. That's just a real nice surprise, Clark. Just some of the lines, but quotable movie. Every time I watch this, my wife gets mad at me because I will quote the movie as it's playing. But that's my number one. We've got Christmas Vacation. And guys, that is my 12 days of Christmas movie watch list. Technically 13. You could throw in that 13th somewhere in there. And yes, I know I will die on this hill. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. That's why it's not in here. Sorry, guys. I might lose subscribers on that one. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Of course, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime I post these videos. And guys, that's all I have for you today. You guys have a Merry Christmas. If you guys want to watch these movies with me, I'll put the list down below in the description for you. But anyways, that's all I have. You guys take care.